Hello to all the Summer League fans. We're here with Sasha Vujačić, two-time NBA champion from Slovenia. We're going to give you the international aspect of EuroLeague, of Summer League. See, I'm
EuroLeague?
confused. EuroLeague. I used to work for EuroLeague, so everything is about the European perspective in this conversation. And I'm very glad that you're here.
Thank you.
So you were telling me before your first experience in Summer League was 2004 when you got drafted. How does it feel to be back in the stands as a viewer?
It feels amazing. It was definitely not in Vegas. It was in Long Beach, the Pyramid. And being back here in the attendance, watching the new upcoming talents and stars of the NBA from all over the world is just phenomenal.
So we have a lot of, top draft picks here playing, but do you have a favorite?
It would be unfair to say that I have a favorite, but I did see a lot of potential, and it was just remarkable to see how game is growing. Knowing that summer league is something that everybody is basically individual contractor and they have to make the team. It's still good basketball, and it was fun.
And besides the draft picks and the players that already have a guaranteed spot at the team or a two-way contract, there are a lot of players that they're just searching for their spot at the roster, or they're just searching for a team. Speaking of that, we have a lot of international scouts here, agents, coaches from all over the world, especially from Europe, from EuroLeague, EuroCup. They're searching for their next player. How easy is that transition? From a player that just finished college, or just looking for, a spot in the NBA team, to transition to a European team, to the European system.
It's not the easiest thing. Obviously, what they've done here with, I'm going to say it again, the Summer League is just phenomenal. You've seen everybody from basketball world, and to connect everybody here in Vegas and with the young talents, with scouts, with the coaches, everybody can have a perspective and an idea, not only on the basketball court, but also how they behave off the basketball court, which is very important. Once you make that transition from college to NBA, it's already difficult. Imagine leaving the country, going to different country, and trying to be a professional athlete where everything is new. I've done it a couple of times in my career, and if you have that same passion, the same goal in mind, nothing is too hard, and no excuses are allowed. You have to keep going. You got to find the way, and if you're lucky, you get into the good system, into the good organization with the good coach, and you grow together.
So what is the key? And we'll go the opposite side after. Like, what is the key for a European to make it here to the NBA? And now, let's say the opposite. From your experience, you had many American teammates. What is the key for them, to last in Europe? Someone that cannot make an NBA team yet, let's say. What is the key for them to make it to Europe?
To go back?
Yeah.
Well, my situation was a little bit different. I was supposed to be drafted the year before, then I pulled out and I came 2004, and that was the reason, because I did not want to go back to Europe. I wanted to stay in NBA and start my NBA career once and for all. A lot of players now, they have also opportunity not only to go back to Europe, but to stay here with the two-way contract, so the NBA coaches and NBA players can see them, and when you need them, to take a flight from Europe to here, it takes about 15 hours. So if you have a guy in front of you, it's easy. But the transition is not as hard if you are in a good organization, if you're surrounded by good people, and if they are willing to help you. Once you have a good team and teammates that are willing to help you, then sky's the limit.
So now let's go to the opposite side. How does it feel for a European? Let's take you back in time when you got drafted. It was 2004. You signed a multi-year deal with the Lakers. How was it the first year, to adjust? You came from playing for an Italian team here. How was it? How did the NBA system, welcome you?
When I was about 13 or 14 years old, I said, I want to go to LA and I want to win with the Lakers. And there was no other option. A lot of people thought I was crazy. Luckily, my family knew that I wasn't as crazy, but then along the way, I met some people that were willing to put me on a journey to get to that goal. The day I was drafted was just one of the happiest days of my life. I was drafted for the team that I wanted to play, and then the rest is history. When I got here, it wasn't the easiest. My rookie year was one of the toughest years, so that's why I always say to the young players, it doesn't matter how it starts. It's where you want to go and how you want to achieve that goal. And if you put the work in, if you believe in yourself, basketball gods will be on your side no matter what.
Who was the first person that, came really close to you that first year?
Still hard time talking about it, but it was Kobe. Kobe and I, he was my big brother from day one, and it just we had a good journey together.
Vlade was also at that team. He
Vlade
was like 37 years old at that time.
Vlade and Kobe, I was probably one of the luckiest
Yeah.
Europeans and players coming from overseas because Vlade was one of the pioneers, showing everybody that it's possible playing
Exactly.
for the Lakers. And I was a rookie of both, of Kobe and Vlade, but it was just phenomenal to have Vlade on my team at that time, on our team. I'm sorry, he didn't play much, but he helped me a lot off the court and on the court.
Best and worst moments, the top on the with the Lakers.
The worst moment, probably 2008 championship that we lost. I think we played the most beautiful basketball at the time. We surprised everybody, and we just played the basketball the right way. Unfortunately, we lost. And the happiest moment, besides being drafted, is when we got it back. We got that rematch,
Exactly.
and we protected our home court in Game 7. And seeing everybody in LA celebrating, not just any kind of championship. That championship was against Boston. Was one of the best moments for all of us.
So after the Lakers, you're going back to Europe. You played for FS. I don't know if you're following the European basketball now. FS got a back to back. Yeah, the EuroLeague title. They have a really good team. They played kind of like an NBA style basketball. They're doing pretty well. But then we were talking backstage before. I asked you why you stayed here. You said, when I win something with a team, it becomes home. So you feel that it's your home now, right?
Yeah, to go back to FS Pilsen, Ergin Ataman is the coach. He's
Yeah.
a good friend of mine, and they have an incredible team. And I always told him, I said, if you win one, you're lucky. Anybody can get one. It's okay.
You have
But
to do it twice.
You have to do it back to back. And now he wants to go back to back to back. And if they do that, I don't think many teams in Europe have done that before. So I wish them all the best. And they had an amazing season. They had a lot of ups and downs. So it's good for them. And I forgot your second question, so you got to ask
No,
me again.
it's fine. Don't worry. We've watched so much basketball today here.
Yeah.
Because every day in Summer League is full of basketball.
Yeah.
We were talking backstage, and I asked you why you didn't go back to Europe to stay after you retired. And you said, when I win with a team, it becomes home where the team is. So is that your answer? It's your home,
Well,
LA?
LA's home, and LA's home because, you were an athlete. You played basketball also. So basketball is life. Basketball becomes something bigger than just, okay, I'm going to go to practice, I'm going to go home. When you turn professional and you believe in something, then you keep going. I left home at a very young age, at 15, as I said before, and I was lucky enough to have my family behind me. And with their help, coming, to LA with me, and us having home now in LA after we won, not before, after we won, it feels amazing because, Laker fans are probably the most amazing fans. And 10, 12 years later, they still ask me questions and they come to me and they'll never forget. Thank God I made those 2 free throws, because otherwise I would not be able to call LA home for sure.
Everybody is talking about those free throws when they say you're here.
Yeah, they forget about previous 6, 7 years, but only the free throws, which is the most important thing that happened with us winning that back-to-back.
And you know what's remarkable, and I think you're going to agree with that? The evolution of European basketball within the NBA. So we'll start with everybody remembers Drazen Petrovic, Divac, Dino Radja, Toni Kukoc. They started, and then you had the Gasol brothers and Dirk Nowitzki, you. Now Giannis, Luka, Jokic. I'm forgetting many players for sure.
You are.
The French
How dare
lobby,
you? How dare
the
you?
French lobby. Gobert and Fournier. All these people that they have taken the European basketball to another level within the NBA, and you see parts of European basketball that are now parts of the NBA. I'm talking about, let's get a little bit more technical, playmaking, a lot of movement in the weak side, a lot of down screens, a lot of handoffs, things that you used to see in European basketball, more tactical, that you didn't see a lot at the NBA back in the days, but now you see them. And it's because of these guys, I think. What do you think?
I think it's about the fundamentals. As you mentioned before, game is becoming very global. The expansion of NBA all over the world is just remarkable and incredible. And us coming from Europe, yeah, some of the guys have dreamed to play for EuroLeague, but those guys made that possible, starting with Dražen and Vlade and Sabonis and like all
Exactly.
these players. So to leave all the names out, but when you see that something is possible as an athlete, as a competitor, as someone that wants to be a champion, you start believing. And once you start believing, you become dangerous, especially if your confidence comes with the talent. Then hard work will take you to the next level. Luckily, we've learned fundamentals at a very young age. You come from Greece School of Basketball. I come from Yugoslavian School of Basketball. I mean, I started passing the ball with the left and right hand at the age of 6, 7, and you
Exactly.
know those workouts. So when I came to LA, my first year was, tough, but the second year when I saw with Phil Jackson, we did exactly the same workouts because it's all about repetition and staying within the system, staying within the formation of what we wanted to do on a
Exactly.
basketball court.
Have a philosophy and be good with the fundamentals of basketball. And I think the game has evolved a lot. And now we're talking about superstars coming from Europe. And I'm not gonna say Giannis first because I'm Greek, but
You
I'm gonna
should.
say Giannis first because he's one of the best. He's actually, uh, for me, Giannis, Luka, and Jokic are the best European players right now. And, I think that their game is a showcase for what Europe can offer to the NBA.
Most definitely, and without naming now, I love Yanis, I love how Luka plays, I love Jokic. They're all amazing players. Yanis is the only one with the championship. So when
Yeah.
you come to the certain point, he's got the MVP. Luka is about to get MVP. He's gonna win a couple of championships. So it's all about taking the game to the next level, but being possible also from, like you said, European side. And I'm happy for the way the game is going, where the game is going, and how we are trying to build the next generations of champions and leaders.
And I think, once we're in Summer League is also helping that to happen. Introducing new players, even if they're not from the draft, they're here, competing with the teams, introducing some European aspect to the NBA teams, and the opposite, introducing the American side to some European scouts and coaches that are here. And I think this is a really important event. I will say a meeting point for all for for all the people that love basketball around the world, but specifically because we're talking about the European basketball now, for Europeans to choose players, to see players not for this year, but for the year after or for 2 years from now, because they're planning.
I'll give you the best comparison. So, as I said, I played at the Pyramid in Long Beach. You probably never heard of it, right? So when I said to people that I played
Are
at
you
the Summer
testing me
League,
now on air if I heard
no, there
about
are
it?
probably
Okay.
some gyms in Greece I haven't heard and I haven't played. But people tell me, "Oh, you're the OG." Like to me, you played in that arena. Now they have that summer league in Vegas, and everybody's talking about it. What they started with Warren and Albert in the NBA is just phenomenal. And I was in shock the first day when I walked in. Like it was packed, and the amount of people from basketball world being here and everybody trying to be on the same page and helping each other is just something that it's another confirmation that the game is becoming so big.
Yeah, and to give you my perspective as a journalist that works for EuroLeague and happened to be here, like I wanted so much to come here because everybody was talking about Summer League, and to my surprise, I didn't only see the top draft picks that everybody talks about, the teams. I saw the veterans that are coming to visit, that they are so approachable for the fans, that they are giving advice to the young players that they're playing in, the coaches that are there, to also give advice, the scouts, the agents. It's like in the networking, it helps to promote basketball. And I think it's the ideal meeting point every summer for the basketball world. And I'm not saying this just because we're here. I say this because I believe it. I felt it. And it's my first time that I'm in Summer League. And I think this event has a lot to offer globally, not just the NBA.
Oh, 100%. And if you had opportunity to be on good teams and you learn a lot on your basketball journey, for example, the reason why I was invited here was also probably because of that. And I love giving back what I've learned. And everybody here, the all veterans, everybody that had any kind of basketball journey that was positive, that can give back, it's more than appreciated for the young guys. And like you said, it's not about top 5 picks, it's about everybody. And you'll see, these are the next generations that will dominate the NBA, EuroLeague game globally. So we are fortunate to see them with our own eyes. And you first time?
Yep.
Me too, first time. So
Okay.
good.
So we have
So
to
we're
say
the
that we're going to
rookies.
come back. We're the rookies.
Yes.
Give it up to me.
Oh, here we go.
So we have to come back next year. Before we go, we have to talk a little bit about your team, about the Lakers. Let's start with the Summer Lakers, the Summer Edition. Have you had a chance to watch them?
Of course, I watched a couple of games. You know, Joey and Jesse Buss and the team at the Lakers, they always find talent, and they will always find talent, especially young players. I think what I've seen in the summer league, the one that really surprised me positively, and I think it's incredible player, it's Sharif O'Neal. He didn't play much, but when he played, the basketball IQ and the way he played, and I hate pointing out the only one player. Everybody played good, especially the second game against Clippers, but you can see that his basketball IQ is about the team. It's about winning, and it's about trying to get to the next level. So maybe it runs in the family.
It runs in the family, and we have another big family in that team. Let's not forget Scottie Pippen Jr.
Of course, yeah.
He's doing great.
Yes.
Really good fundamentals. He has court vision. I mean, he will adjust to the speed, because to pass it to a different level with bigger bodies, you need a lot of experience, a lot of repetition, a lot of practice, and it takes time. It's not the same for post and let's separate, post players with guards. It's a different speed for those guys, the guard ones.
100%, and he is also the same thing about him, but I can't name names in my previous team and our team, being purple and gold. So I'll say everybody on our team right now can play in the NBA, and I hope every player gets their shot. I just like to see when people play team basketball and when they play together. That's how I was taught about basketball, and that's how I see basketball. So I hope they win the EuroLeague. We win the EuroLeague. So I mean EuroLeague, the Summer League.
See,
sorry. You're confusing me.
It's okay. Last question. What about the Lakers? Last year was not an ideal season, but there is another season that is coming up. I think that was fuel. Every time that you don't have the season that you want, you're getting more motivation for next year. Do you think that will happen with the Lakers this year?
Yeah, we'll see. I think the Western Conference is going to be very competitive, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see what's going to happen. Needless to say, there are changes coming or not coming. I was never a speculation kind of guy, but I think it's going to be very interesting to watch Western Conference in the next few months and see what's going to happen there.
Okay, I think you covered me with everything.
Good, thank you.
And we said, yeah, we have everything is covered. Don't worry. So we have to say that we're going to do this next year.
100%.
We're going to do this next year because we need the international perspective. And I think basketball is a global sport, and the international perspective is really important, especially for this event that is a meeting point for everybody that loves basketball. I'm going to say this again. Ladies and gentlemen, I had the honor to interview Sasha today, Sasha Vujačić. So thank you very much. I heard he also makes great wine. But I'm not going to comment on that. I had some of his wine. It was really good.
Thank
I have
you
to
so
say,
much.
I'll try next year on Summer League again. It was the Summer League International Show. It was Dora Panteli and Sasha Vujačić. Thank you very much for watching.
Ευχαριστώ, παρακαλώ.